What is up, YouTube? Code9 Gaming here, back with more MLB 15, the show, St. Louis Cardinals franchise, where we are starting this episode about a month and a half into the season, and here are the standings. We are 5 games out of first place, 17 and 15, and the Chicago Cubs are 22 and 10. We will be coming up against the Washington Nationals today. But what I want to show you is a huge trade that we made. And it will be in the yellow right here. We got Manny Machado to come to St. Louis along with Wesley Wright, a relief pitcher. But we had to give away Johnny Peralta and Colton Wong and Kevin Lucero. Now, Colton Wong and Johnny Peralta, obviously the two big names that went to Baltimore. Here's my thoughts behind it. I see more potential in Manny Machado than I do in Colton Wong. So, I'm going to go ahead and take Machado over Colton Wong. And then also, Johnny Peralta is struggling this season big time. And as you see there, just a tactical change. Yachty's tired, so we're going to start Cody Stanley today. But, Manny Machado's tired. You know what, we're going to play him anyway. But, Johnny Peralta was having a very bad season. Wasn't doing a lot for us, and I think he was hitting like 230, so it was really bad. And so I thought, and then Machado also plays shortstop, so that's where he will be playing. Carpenter will be playing second, and Oscar Mercado is going to have to step up and take the new starting role at second base because Colton Wong's gone now. But into the gameplay here. That's the Washington Nationals start to the game. A bunt single from Denard Span. But Lance Lynn would come back quickly as he strikes out Kyle Blanks looking. And that's always nice. And that would be all that would happen in the first inning. Now into the bottom half of the first, John Jay is going to start our game with a swinging single into right field. And that's a base hit for John Jay, the new starter in center, because Austin Jackson is out 1 to 2 months with a fractured shin. And now Machado's first AB in St. Louis, and he is going to ground it into left field for a base hit. Welcome to St. Louis, Manny Machado, as he gets a single there in his first AB with us. And that would be all that would happen in the bottom half of the first. So on to the top half of the second, and that is a looking strikeout, a friendly call there from the umpire. And 2 batters later, that was a base hit for the Nationals. And Lance Lynn is looking good pretty early. Obviously 2 hits given up, but that's no big deal. They're not hitting the ball hard. One was a bunt single and one was a ground out. I say that, and then a hard hit ball into center field happens. But past that, nothing would happen. So Lynn would get out of the inning with no trouble. And we jump into the bottom half of the second now, where Cody Stanley comes up, and Cody Stanley is going to hit this one into right field. And that ball was hit pretty deep, but it will end up being caught. And that is going to get the Nationals out of the inning. So now, Nationals up again. Kyle Blanks up once again, and he's going to hit this one down the left field line. And Holiday, I wish he was faster, but he's not. And you know what? You have to deal with it. But that is a leadoff single, no, a one-out single for the Nationals. And then the next batter, Bryce Harper, is going to go down swinging on the curveball. So Lance Lynn getting the strikeout. Bryce Harper. Next batter, that is a base hit up the middle. And that is going to score Kyle Blanks, as we are not going to have a play at the plate. And, well, that is the Natty's first run. 1-0 there. And now into the bottom of the third, 2 outs, and Matt Carpenter steps up and he rips this one into right center field, and that ball gets down. Carpenter's going to keep running. He's going to take the turn and head for third, but he's going to think wisely of it and go back to second. And then the next batter is Matt Holiday. And Matt Holiday is going to rip this one into center field, and this ball is going to get down, and this ball is going to score Matt Carpenter. So this game is now tied up once again at 1. And that brings in Manny Machado for his second at-bat of the day. And he is going to ground this one up the middle for a base hit. So 2 for 2 start in his debut with the Cardinals. Manny Machado looking good so far, like in St. Louis. And in steps Stephen Piscotty, is going to take the 3-1 count, and that is going to be ball 4. So bases loaded here for Jason Heyward, who's going to get jammed, but he's going to make it through, and that is a base hit. That is going to score a run. And that is an RBI single for Jason Heyward. Bases loaded, 2 outs now with Oscar Mercado up, and he's going to watch a wild pitch go through. Machado all over that, and Machado's going to go sliding into home for another run. Machado would then fly out deep, and that would be the end of the bottom of the third. So now into the top half of the fourth. Lance Lynn, no outs, 1 out. Gets Zimmerman looking on the slider inside. Another strikeout for Lance Lynn there. Then the next batter, same thing. Strikeout swinging on the slider. Slider looking good for him today. Lots of strikeouts already. And now into the bottom of the fourth, Cody Stanley, the leadoff hitter. And Cody Stanley's going to take this one into left center field, opposite field. And he is going to get a double. Cody Stanley, one of the faster catchers. He's got like 80 speed or something. He was thinking about third there, but went back as well. So, good idea there from Cody Stanley. And then Lance Lynn would bunt him over to third, and then John Jay comes in, and that is an RBI ground out for John Jay. And that would all that would happen in the bottom half of the fourth. So now to the top half of the fifth. Lance Lynn on that strikeout game today gets another one there. And Lance Lynn's looking good. And still on the top of the fifth, Kyle Blanks again. Kyle Blanks goes down swinging, so another strikeout. Now Steven Piscotty in the bottom of the fifth with 2 outs, and Piscotty rips this one, but Rendon is there to make the play. Nice catch there from Anthony Rendon at the hot corner. And now into the top of the sixth, Bryce Harper in once again, and Bryce Harper gets set down. And that is another strikeout there for Lance Lynn, who's looking good. And Anthony Rendon now in the top of the sixth, 1 out. And the next batter after Bryce Harper, he's going to foul this one off. And next pitch, the 0-1. It is another strike there. And now Lance Lynn on 3 pitches sets down Rendon. That is 10 strikeouts already. And you're going to see them all in this little highlight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lance Lynn's got the strikeout pitch working. And then the next batter, will he get number 11 here? Yes, he will. 11 strikeouts through 6 innings for Lance Lynn, looking extremely good. Now Mercado in the bottom of the sixth, and Mercado's going to hit this one deep to left field. This ball is caught at the wall. What a play out there from Kyle Blanks. Let's see a replay of that one. Or Jim Blanks, excuse me, not Kyle Blanks. I'm sorry about that, everybody. It's Jim Blanks. And you see there, up against the wall, a nice catch there. And now Cody Stanley stands in again, and Cody Stanley's going to walk. Who brings in Lance Lynn. We're going to let him hit here. We're going to let him pitch the 7th. And he rips this one into right field, but Bryce Harper's there to make a nice diving catch. And Lynn's back in on the top of the 7th, the 2-2 count. 12 strikeouts on the day from Lance Lynn. That would be his last inning of work, so he would end with 12. And John Jay steps in once again, and that is another base hit for John Jay, who's looking good after replacing Austin Jackson, who was having a decent season. But John Jay's filled those roles, and he's been doing well so far. So Matt Carpenter now, he is going to get a base hit as well. So back-to-back hits to start the inning for the Cardinals. And now Matt Holliday stands in, and Matt Holliday is going to swing at the first pitch he sees, and this is another base hit. So back-to-back-to-back hits there from the Cardinals. Bases are loaded with no outs for Manny Machado. What can he do? He's going to smoke this one into center field. That ball is deep, but that ball is going to get settled under and caught. And both runners are going to tag from second and third, and Carpenter makes it into third just barely. But a sac fly there from Manny Machado. And Machado's been looking good since coming to St. Louis. Now Jason Heyward in with 2 outs, and Jason Heyward's going to hit a little dribbler up the third base line, but he's going to run it out. So that's an RBI infield single for Jason Hayward. And now we have, excuse me, Oscar Mercado in. And Oscar Mercado is going to hit this one down the right field line, excuse me. And that is going to be an RBI single for Oscar Mercado. So like I was saying, he's filling those roles at second base nicely so far. Cody Stanley in now. And Cody Stanley's going to rip this one up the middle. That's another base hit for the Cardinals. And another RBI. Cody Stanley looking good, replacing Yadier Molina today. And Billy Burns, the pinch hitter, in now. And Billy Burns is going to hit this one over the second baseman's head. That ball's going to get down. And that is going to be an RBI single for Billy Burns. The Cardinals are hitting really well today. And not much really to say other than they've been hitting well. And now Wesley Wright, the man who came over in the trade with Oscar Mercado, Manny Machado. Excuse me, I got Mercado and Machado on the same team. It gets confusing. Looking good out of the bullpen. Now Matt Carpenter in the bottom of the 8th is going to get a base hit there, and that would bring in Matt Holliday, who would get him over to second. And now Machado in again, and Machado's going to hit another base hit up the middle. 3-hit day for Machado. We're going to send Carpenter home, and that is an offline throw, and that will enable Carpenter to score. So now Stephen Piscotty steps in, and Piscotty's going to drill this one to center field. This ball is deep, and this ball is at the wall, gone. Can someone say Rookie of the Year? Stephen Piscotty looking amazing in his rookie season. And I could not have asked much more from him at all. Hitting over 300, 9 or 10 home runs, and 20-something RBIs a month and a half into the season. Just a great fast start for him, with a solid-looking future with the Cardinals organization. You see high fives all around there. And now into the top of the 9th, Wesley Wright, the 2-2. We're going to let him pitch 2 innings, and he gets a strikeout there. So Wesley Wright looking good out of the bullpen. And glad we got him in the trade with Machado. And this will end the game here after a base hit, a pop-up, and the Cardinals win it. And here's the box score. So you see hits there from every starter and pinch hitter except Lance Lynn, which is expected. But the Cardinals, like I said before, were hitting really well today. 17 hits on the game. Manny Machado makes his debut and gets 2 RBI. So that is always nice. That is the episode, guys. Make sure to come back for another game before the All-Star game. In 2 episodes, we do have the All-Star game. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed, but I'm out. Peace.